everyone, this is Aileen from My Other Teacher Life, and today I'm going to show you one of my very favorite websites and tools called QR Stuff, and this is for creating QR codes. I've used QR codes quite a bit with my own students, but I've also used it when I've presented workshops as a way of sharing information with teachers, and I've also used it in products. So the point of a QR code, this is right here, what a QR code can look like. The reason I most often use it is to just quickly share a website with somebody. It's like a shortcut to a website. So for example, with my first graders, I've done this website, which is a really fun website. If you have children at home and they're bored, I would have them try out Chrome Music Lab because it's super fun. So they have all these different games that you can play, and I don't think you can hear the music right now because I have a microphone plugged in, but it's super fun. So let's say I want my first graders to go to this. I can copy this right here, copy the website, and then go to qrstuff.com, and I'm going to copy this code. And I don't know if you saw right here that this changed, but if I go to download QR code, oh, I don't know why that's happening. Let me go back here. Okay. There we go. Then it's going to just go ahead and save that as a download. Sorry, I got to close that out for you. And I can copy and paste this into a document, or I have actually just put it up on my smartboard nice and big so kids can come up. They get and there are tons of different QR reader apps which are all free. So they go to my QR reader app, they scan that code, and it takes them to the website. And it's just a lot quicker for them to get out their iPad, click QR reader, scan that, and then boom, the website is there, than trying to get them to put in the whole, website address. I don't know if any of you have used Boom cards, but I've created some Boom cards in my store, and I have also bought some Boom cards. So I was actually having my students play someone else's Boom cards, and I did the same thing. I just gave them a QR code sheet. They could scan it, and then boom, they're there. Boom. And I thought of that, I should add QR codes to my Boom cards because this is much easier than trying to get them to go to the sign-in, website and all of that. It's just a really quick way, especially when you're working with younger students. And another way to use QR codes is instead of going to a website, you could, plain text, there we go, sorry about that. So what you could do here is, if you want the answer, so I'm a music teacher, so let's say I want them to scan a code after they look at a picture of a xylophone and, in their head go, that's a xylophone. And then they scan this code and it tells them xylophone. Or let's say you want them, they're working on multiplication and you're giving them the question 2 times 3, and they're going to scan this code and the QR reader is going to tell them 6. So it's like a way of giving them the answer so they can kind of check their answer and get immediate feedback. Hopefully that makes sense. So those are the two that I've used it for most often. Either website where I want them to directly go to a website, or plain text where you're giving them the answer. But I'm going to go ahead back to website URL here, and I'm going to show you, like, if you have a digital file like on Google Drive that you want to share with teachers, then QR Reader is also a great way to do that, or QR Stuff. So this game right here is in one of my sets on Teachers Pay Teachers. I have a bunch of games that are Google Slides games. And what I did is I went and made sure that anyone with the link can view and not edit, because I don't want the original file to be changed. And I took this website address right here, I copied it, and then I go here and I replace this. And then you'll see that this hopefully will change. Maybe I already changed and I missed it. All right, and then you go download QR code, and then you can copy and paste that into a file so that in your TPT set, you can put it in there for students to scan. So you can have just one sheet of paper and say, the name of the file, Cup Stacking Game for High Dough, and then you can have that QR code, and then the teacher that bought that from you can give it to his or her students, have them scan it, and then boom, when they scan it, this opens up. And then they go to present mode and start playing. Hopefully that makes sense. I know that was a lot of information. So I'm going to exit out of here. So like I said, this website is called QR Stuff. You can just quickly use it as a way of sharing websites with your students. You could also use it as a way to share websites with parents, like if you were typing up a newsletter or something and you wanted students to, or parents to read a website, then you can put it there. And you can also do it as a way of sharing a Google Drive file. Just make sure that it's set to view and not edit, so they don't, change your original file. And then you can also use it as plain text where you're giving, students the answer. So if you're creating with this, then you could have a file of, QR codes that have like a question with the QR code, and then the student would then scan the code and then get the answer. But as you can see, there's a bunch of other things that you can do with it. Those are just the two that I've used most often. So hopefully that's been helpful, and enjoy. Have a great day.